Mike Tyson, the rise, fall, and redemption of a boxing legend. Mike Tyson was born Michael Gerard Tyson on June 30th, 1966, in the Brownsville neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York. Raised by his mother, Lorna Mae Tyson, after his father abandoned the family, Tyson had a troubled childhood in a tough environment. By the age of 13, he had already been arrested more than 30 times for various offenses, including street fighting and theft. He was sent to the Tryon School for Boys, a juvenile detention center in upstate New York. There, a counselor named Bobby Stewart, who had been a boxer, recognized Tyson's raw talent and introduced him to Cus D'Amato, a legendary boxing trainer. D'Amato became Tyson's mentor, legal guardian, and a father figure. He took Tyson into his home and taught him the peekaboo style of boxing that would define his career. D'Amato believed that Tyson could become the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history, and his belief and discipline reshaped Tyson's chaotic life. Cus's death in 1985, just before Tyson's rise to stardom, was a devastating loss that Tyson never fully recovered from emotionally. Tyson turned professional in 1985 at the age of 18 and quickly built a record of 27-0, with 25 of those wins coming by knockout. His fearsome power, speed, and aggression made him a sensation in the boxing world. On November 22, 1986, at just 20 years old, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history when he defeated Trevor Berbick to win the WBC title. By defeating James Bonecrusher Smith and Tony Tucker, he solidified his dominance by defeating other notable opponents like Larry Holmes, Pinklon Thomas, and Michael Spinks, the latter of whom he knocked out in 91 seconds in one of his most famous performances. At the height of his powers in the late 1980s, Tyson was the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world and one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. However, as his fame and fortune grew, his personal life began to unravel. His marriage to actress Robin Givens in 1988 was highly publicized and turbulent, ending in divorce amid allegations of abuse and mental instability. Around the same time, Tyson cut ties with Kevin Rooney, a key member of his training team who had worked with him under D'Amato, and began associating with controversial promoter Don King. His discipline in training waned, and his life became marked by chaos and excess. On February 11, 1990, in one of the biggest upsets in sports history, Tyson was defeated by James "Buster" Douglas in Tokyo. Out of shape and emotionally distracted, Tyson was knocked out in the 10th round, ending his reign as champion and shattering the myth of his invincibility. In the years that followed, his life spiraled further. In 1991, Tyson was accused of raping Desiree Washington, a Miss Black America contestant. In 1992, he was convicted and sentenced to 6 years in prison. Tyson served 3 years before being released in 1995. While in prison, Tyson converted to Islam and adopted the name Malik Abdul Aziz, although he never formally changed it. Upon his release, he launched a comeback. He quickly won 2 comeback fights and reclaimed the WBC and WBA heavyweight titles in 1996 by defeating Frank Bruno and Bruce Seldon. However, his return to glory was short-lived. In November 1996, he lost to Evander Holyfield via TKO. In their infamous 1997 rematch, Tyson bit Holyfield's ear twice, resulting in disqualification and worldwide outrage. He was fined $3 million and temporarily banned from boxing. Despite this disgrace, Tyson continued to fight, but with increasingly erratic results. He lost a major bout to Lennox Lewis in 2002 and suffered defeats to lesser-known fighters like Danny Williams and Kevin McBride, in 2004 and 2005, respectively. After the McBride fight, Tyson admitted that he no longer had the desire to continue boxing and announced his retirement. Following retirement, Tyson's life underwent a remarkable transformation. He experienced severe financial troubles, declaring bankruptcy in 2003 despite having earned over $300 million throughout his career. He admitted to being deeply in debt and struggled with substance abuse and mental health issues. However, he gradually reinvented himself. Tyson made a notable appearance in the 2009 film The Hangover, playing a comic version of himself, which helped reframe his public image. He later starred in a one-man Broadway show, Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth, directed by Spike Lee, which explored his life with raw honesty and self-deprecating humor. He also launched a successful podcast, Hot Boxin' with Mike Tyson, where he speaks with athletes, celebrities, and spiritual figures. Tyson became involved in the cannabis industry and opened Tyson Ranch, a marijuana-themed resort and product brand. He has spoken openly about the therapeutic and spiritual effects of psychedelics, crediting substances like psilocybin and toad venom for helping him confront his trauma and evolve as a person. In 2020, Tyson returned to the ring for an exhibition fight against fellow legend Roy Jones Jr. The bout, which ended in a draw, impressed viewers who were amazed by Tyson's fitness and speed at the age of 54. Tyson has been married 3 times and has fathered several children. He is currently married to Lakiha Spicer, and they have 2 children together. In 2009, he suffered a personal tragedy when his 4-year-old daughter, Exodus, died in a freak treadmill accident. This loss profoundly affected him and played a role in his journey toward emotional healing. Throughout his life, Tyson has been a contradictory figure, both admired and reviled, dominant and vulnerable, destructive and redemptive. He is widely regarded as one of the most powerful punchers in boxing history, known for his explosive combinations, defensive head movement, and aggressive style. At his peak, he was considered nearly unbeatable. Yet beyond the ring, Tyson's story is one of intense human struggle. His journey has taken him from juvenile delinquent to world champion, from prison inmate to pop culture icon. His public reflections on ego, pain, and forgiveness reveal a man who has evolved far beyond the savage image that once defined him. Mike Tyson's legacy is immense. He is a symbol of raw, natural talent and the high cost of fame. He has inspired generations of fighters, appeared in countless media projects, and continues to be one of the most recognizable figures in sports history. His life, filled with glory, scandal, downfall, and rebirth, stands as one of the most compelling stories ever told in the world of boxing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And for more motivational stories and inspiring biographies of world-famous personalities, make sure to subscribe Millionaire Dad so we can learn and grow together. See you in the next one.